Listen to Senator Chris Murphy, easily one of the most Trump-deranged Democrats, try to give his opinion, his explanation for why the Democrat approval rating is at record low.
Our new NBC News poll, as you just saw, shows the Democratic Party at an all-time low approval rating. Why do you think Democrats are failing to connect with Americans at this critical moment of urgency, which you describe?
Well, it's what I just talked about. I mean, I think Americans want the Democratic Party to stand up and fight and to take risks. Listen, I understand that had we gone into a shutdown, even for a handful of days, it would have been difficult, but it would have sent a message that the Democratic Party is not going to be bullied by Donald Trump. We are not going to let them write spending bills unilaterally that cut programs for people we care about, that give the president new and extraordinary power. I think Democrats in this country, but I think the broad middle of the public as well, want to see our party fighting in exceptional ways. That is the conversation that has to happen inside of the Democratic Party, inside our caucus. And if we don't get that right, if we continue to work with Republicans, if we continue to hand Donald Trump more power, we are going to lose our democracy.
So even though ever since Donald Trump was inaugurated, the Democrat approval rating has been on a steady free fall, which correlates directly to their anti-Trump, opposed Trump stance, they still assume that the American people want them to fight, want them to resist, when in reality, it's just the small fringe part of their party, or rather, it's their entire party at this point, because their small fringe portion is like the entire party. It's all 27% of people who approve of them, who want them to keep fighting Donald Trump because they're just Trump deranged. The rest of America, anybody with common sense, sees everything that Trump is doing and is like, that's actually a pretty good idea. I actually expect these numbers to keep going lower because the Democrats can't even do what their radical base is asking them. Their sing-song protests aren't working. Their corny, cringy TikTok videos aren't working. The one thing they had that they could have done was filibustered the spending bill. It would have caused a government shutdown, which still would have been a win for Trump, but they can't even do that. And it's because, like I always say, it's a combination of, yes, they are completely spineless and incompetent, but it's also they don't believe this threat to democracy Nazi nonsense. It's the only talking point they have. It's the same fear-mongering strategy that lost them the election, and they're so void of creativity and good ideas that they've decided regurgitating the same nonsense that got them in this mess is better than nothing at all.